So what we'll do is I'm gonna talk about detachment from the outcome and how creativity flows from within, and that sometimes we have to not worry about the end results and just focus on the process, right? Because sometimes when we're really intensely working on an end result, we forget and we miss out on a lot of the creative things that come to pass in between. So go ahead and take a nice deep breath, start moving, and be aware of your neighbors. Notice any emotional blocking that you already might have. Maybe your shoulders are tight, maybe your hips are tight, maybe your stomach is clenched, or maybe your stomach's not even activated. Pay attention to your feet. Notice where they're at. Notice your hands, your head space. Notice the area in which the neck exists between the head and the shoulders. Take a nice couple of yawns to activate that transition from out to inside. This room, this space, this time is for you. It's not for anyone else. Don't worry about your projects. Don't worry about your conversations. Don't worry about your clients. All of that will come back. So go ahead and soften your forehead. Relax the eyebrows. Create some space behind your eyes. Feel as though your brain is actually softening, since it is a muscle. And feel like you can create a little bit more space, as if you're pushing the skull outward. Breathe into the area between your ears as you soften your jaw and relax your tongue, because no words need to be spoken. Relax your cheeks, wiggle your nose, feel your ears, feel the bone that creates the Adam's apple. Notice it rising and falling as you swallow or breathe. Feel your shoulders, the clavicle, the scapula, up through the back of the neck and shoulders. Lean your head ever so gently to the left and take a nice deep breath, drawing the right shoulder down and away. Take a couple of breaths here, and on the inhale, rise back up to center, and on the exhale, drop the head to the right, releasing the left shoulder. Now on the next inhale, bring it up to the top. Feel elongating all the way through the head, and then allow the chin and the head to fall forward until your chin makes contact with your chest. Breathe into the back of the neck. This is the blue, the communication center. And then inhale, lift the head up and gently drop the head back and behind on the exhale, opening up the front of the neck. All the way down into the chest. Feel your heart opening a little bit. Spread the shoulders. Maybe take another yawn here. An audible exhale. And then bringing the head back to center, find a comfortable space. Somewhere in between and in balance. An easy and effortless space. Now through the arms, notice any tightness or tension, all the way down to your fingertips. Notice your chest, maybe it's rising and falling. And if it's not, actively send the air up into the top of the chest, making the shoulders gently rise and fall. Couple of breaths like that, and then send the air into the spine. Feel the back of the body expanding and then settling. And into the belly, the rib cage expanding and collapsing, and all the way down into the low belly, breathing in almost to your hips, to the low back and spine. Notice where you're seated, and soften the legs all the way through your knees, calves and feet. Take a nice breath in, passing through the toes, rising up through the knees, passing through the hips, the belly, the shoulders, and out the top of the head. That's inhale. And exhale, passing down through the head, the shoulders, the hips, the knees, the toes. And inhale, rising up through the body, passing the hips, the shoulders, out the top of the head. And exhale, passing down. If you would like to gather your hands into a mudra, extend your index finger and your pinky while collecting your ring finger and your middle finger with your thumb. So it's the rock-on symbol, essentially. You can make this an active or a passive movement, becoming a conduit for the space and a conduit for the energy that you contain. And now we begin to draw an intention. Contemplate your creativity, contemplate your workspace, contemplate opportunity. The sacral is also where we connect with others physically, partners that we may have. It is a literal creative center. It creates not just our ideas and concepts, but also it is a space to create life and other beings. You can focus on a specific intention, or you can hold a generic or general overall. And let that kind of bounce around for a moment in your head. Gain some clarity. Maybe notice any confusion or any disappointment or fear or greed. And make it a point to let it go. As you release your intention, return to breathing, scanning the body, rising from the feet, passing the knees, the hips, the shoulders, the head, falling, exhaling down through the shoulders, bellies, hips, knees, toes. Continue breathing and scanning gently, passing through the body almost as if you're clearing away any residue, any excess darkness or excess lightness, and try to create an easy flow up and down. Allow your breath to soften. And soften your forehead. Relax your eyebrows and create that space behind your eyes, releasing your jaw and tongue, your shoulders and neck, into the heart as it drips down into the belly and the hips. You can also use the color orange as the vehicle that moves the breath through the body. And the last layer that you can use is the sound bum, V-A-M, bum. A slow repeat. But maybe you just enjoy the sensation of dropping into your breath. This space is for you. Do what you are called and feel a natural pull towards blocking out the sounds outside of the room, not allowing the other conversations to distract you, and softening the forehead, relaxing your eyebrows, and creating space behind your eyes. Soften your forehead. Relax your eyebrows, creating space behind your eyes. Soften your shoulders, your arms, your hips. Taking your right hand if you're right-handed, and taking your left hand if you're left-handed. Create essentially like the gun position you would make with your hands, the index and the middle finger together and then the thumb wide. You're going to press, if you're right-handed, your thumb against your right nostril, exhaling out the left. Inhale all the way in. Releasing the thumb, placing the index and middle finger on the left nostril. Exhale the right side. And inhale the right side. And at the top of the inhale, switch, replacing the thumb on the right, exhaling out the left. Switching at the top of every inhale. Next time you're on the left side, exhale completely and relax your hands back into your laps, rather. A gentle reminder, the right side is energy, the left side is emotions. Taking your hands, placing them over your hips or your belly. Let's do 5 rounds of VAM, V-A-M, VAM. Nice deep breath in. VAM. VAM. Gently returning to your breath. Nice deep inhale, nice deep exhale. Do a couple of sweeps of the body from the tips of the toes to the top of the head. And from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. Softening the forehead, relaxing the eyebrows, creating space behind the eyes. Maybe you move your jaw around a little bit. Maybe you move your tongue, preparing to return to communicating and interacting. Move around as much as you want. And if you would like to add one more thing when you exit the room, find a moment to add a squat. A low, deep Malasana squat. Extra grounding, extra opening, a little extra. Thank you all for being here and sharing with this space. The teacher in me acknowledges, appreciates, respects, and admires the teacher in all of you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.
Namaste.